going to reveal it here on your show right now. They need cover, just like you said. Speaker Johnson needs some cover. He just can't roll over. Here's an idea. There's something called the Repo Act that is passed out with overwhelming majorities from both the Senate and the Houses. It basically takes the frozen Russian assets that we have and it gives it to the Ukrainians. Sponsored by Senator Reese, Republican, and Congressman McCall, Republican in the House. Marry that to this bill. And then Speaker Johnson can say to the people sitting behind Jonathan, where he is right now, I know them, but they're not all thrilled about this. There's a debate within the Biden administration as to whether this is a good idea.
This is perspective, so you understand. This is all your betters. McFall, he's one of your betters. This is on MSNBC. It's been relentless and nonstop since this war started. And guess what? McFall and Stavridis and all the clowns they had on MSNBC for 2 years have been dead wrong on everything about this war. And we in the war have been dead right. Remember they were gonna destroy the Russian economy, do things they didn't do to the Nazis or Imperial Japan, their central bank, take down the currency, they were gonna do this, they do that. The Russian economy is thriving. One of the reasons it's thriving is saying the billionaires couldn't take their money out of the country. Maybe we should learn that lesson here in the United States of America. Everything they told you is wrong, and who paid for it? Exactly who Professor Mersheimer at the University of Chicago said was going to pay for it, the Ukrainian people. We led them down the primrose path, and now I don't know if it's 100,000 dead or 500,000 dead or a million. You can see it in different articles because they won't ever publish the numbers. Here's what we do know. That the Ukrainian moms and dads will not allow their sons and daughters to be thrown into the charnel house. That's why they can't press gang enough. They need 500,000 troops. The average age of the Ukrainian army is 42 years old. They need 500. It's not shells they need or weapon systems they need or ATACMs or all this crap you hear on MSNBC. All these people don't know what they're talking about. You know, they're all of a sudden they're CrossFits. Everybody's CrossFits. You hear that all the time. They need 500,000 troops, new troops, fresh troops. And they're already press ganging them like they did in Nelson's Navy back in the early 19th century. And the parents are getting their kids out of there, particularly their sons. This is why you had virtually a mutiny of the two most beloved officers in the Ukrainian army 2 weeks ago. And you had to send the dominatrix, Victoria Nuland, war criminal Victoria Nuland, over there to stabilize the situation for the CIA and the deep state. Because they told Zelensky, we need manpower. And guess what? Just like you can't recruit in Biden's regime, and that's why recruiting has fallen through the floor here in the United States of America, it's done the same in Ukraine. Why? They don't believe in the leadership. And it's not the military leadership it's not that they don't believe in. It's Zelensky and this crew of oligarchs that are grifting off this money. Note to self. We're not sending the $60 billion. That is not going. You've tried the southern border, the invasion doesn't matter. Nothing matters. The only thing that matters to these people, these globalists, is the $60 billion Ukraine. That's the only thing that matters. The only thing. Think about that for a second. Everything wrong in this country right now is the only thing they're obsessed by it. Obsessed by it. And now McCall, this is how radical they are. What he's talking about, the underpinnings of his fetish is the post-war international liberal rules-based order. The same order that was used to enslave Lao Beijing. The same rules-based order that was to destroy your economic viability, folks. 54% of you can't put your hands on $1,000 in cash right now. Why? Because that international rules-based order that the Bush regime backed up the murderers of Tiananmen Square, right? When the Chinese Communist Party, who we had given the country to in 1949, were about to fall to patriots, Lao Beijing, old 100 names in Beijing. No, the Bushes bailed them out. Why? Because they needed the slave labor of Lao Beijing to make the world system, to make the international system work. But it's predicated upon the prime reserve currency, the dollar. What McFall's talking about is so radical. For instance, the mullahs, we still have their assets seized and we dribbled some back to them. That's his controversy about the $6 billion. But we've never converted it. They're dollar denominated. These are treasury bills, treasury notes, treasury bonds. And they're used to make sure you can have international trade. Every nation has it as kept in money center banks. We seized it at the beginning of this war to choke the Russian economy down. Didn't quite work. But now they want to convert it into cash money and give it to the Ukrainians to go kill Russians. You do that, and the dollar is gone immediately. In fact, Andrea Mitchell, the thing goes on, I couldn't play. She goes on and says, the Swiss and the Japanese really oppose this. Yeah, I think so. Those guys know the importance of a prime reserve currency. Like when the Swiss and the Japanese bankers are telling you something, maybe you ought to pay attention. These are the radicals. But remember, you're the drivers of anarchy and chaos. You are freaks, weirdos, insurrectionists, and a death cult. Don't listen to me. Listen to them. What did the French poet say? It's most important not to see the world and talk about it. It's the most important thing you have is to see what you see. Don't take it from me. Don't take it from Tucker Carlson. Don't take it from Sean Hannity. Don't even take it from Donald J. Trump. See for yourself. And see what these radicals are. That is not the rule of law. It's the rule of the lawless. It's not the rule of law anymore. It's a reign of outlaws. They are anarchy. They are chaos. And that's why the world's in anarchy and chaos. This is an illegitimate regime that stole the 2020 election. Elections have consequences, and stolen elections have catastrophic consequences. And if you don't think this nation's had catastrophic consequences, we have 10 million illegal alien invaders. Laura Loomer's down there with Michael Yon. The videos she's coming back with are amazing. And we've had teams down in the Darien Gap now for what? Work on this crowd for 2 or 3 years. 2 or 3 years. BBC goes down there and it's like a huge reveal. Lord, look at this.